Or your money back.
Hello, ladies and gents. I need to change this. I hate saying hello, ladies. I don't really hate it. I just, yeah. Going to the video. What is that? No. Going to the video, as I was saying, last tutorial we were trying to do the chest. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. What do you mean has not been assigned? Resources, blocks, chest. Chest block is an entity block. And it has a chest model. So now if I actually duplicate this... Oh fuck, what happened? What did I break this time? Is entity block. Toggle is entity block, is entity block. If it is entity block, that model is equal to that. One thing I want to keep though is this block here, save changes. I still want it. And I still want it bad. I'm gonna move it up here. Save changes. Then I duplicate it. There you go. Yeah, I wasn't really saving everything, so that's why it was all crazy. There you go. That's more like it. So if we play and I right click, you see, oh yeah, you know why you can see through the floor? Because I forgot to set this to transparent again, because I didn't save last time. So now, since the block is transparent, you can see what's underneath it. Yeah, you might notice if I click here, he actually goes that way, and if I try to remove it, I cannot, because the block really is here and not there. But it's facing the opposite direction that I'm facing, so that's a plus actually. If I do that, you can see we'll face always the opposite direction. But thing is, oh shit. Thing is, only in this side, if I place it, it's on the right position. How can I remove it? Load. There you go. So we need to actually store the facing direction for each block. So that's the only reason I actually stopped recording last time, because yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna have to deal with that. Because I did not have. We need to change the map to byte to something else. So let's say public class map block. Why I'm doing this is because we don't want to store every single block information. We only want to store the ID and the block facing direction. We don't want to waste too much memory, so you byte block ID, and then public vector free direction, and then we might actually do like a public well, first of all, let's do this, and then byte block, and then we say block ID is equal to B. Now let's do another one, but this time we're going to include a vector free direction, and we say direction is equal to dir, or whatever you want to say. Then we can actually do some extra things since we have this. So public block get block, and then we say world dot get block, and then yeah, we actually need to find it by ID. So to actually find it by ID, I need to do this, and then return blocks at DID location -1. So this will get the block with that ID. We'll make a little instance of it. Then we say block.facing direction is equal to direction. Just so, I mean, we don't really need this now that I think of it. We can actually remove that. That doesn't have to exist. So we just return the instance of the block. So return B. Hopefully didn't affect anything by removing that. Doesn't appear like it. And then, well, all we gotta do is, instead of byte, actually add the map block. So this will bring a lot of new issues. Here, we need to change that to that. Then there's no issues there. Let's actually go through this. This will be quicker like that. Here we need to change this one as well. And then here is going to bring a bunch of issues, isn't it? Then we'll use the map. See map. Oh, if we don't use it, then what the hell? What? I don't know what this is doing here. I don't know how everything was working with this here. This is so weird. We actually need to do something like maps y is equal to new, and then we just restart the whole thing. CMesh again. Oops. Map block. And then if map that block ID. Here we can actually do just it's equal to this get block. Just copy that so I have something here. And remove that. I'm not going to use it anytime soon. So yeah, we just need to block ID. And then we have some more. Block ID. That block ID. And again, block ID. So remember when we did these two, this one with facing direction, here we're not going to only change that, but we're also going to change the facing direction, which is going to be equal to, well, the facing direction. And here, whenever we say this, I just saw my freaking was way too loud. Yeah, my mic likes to do that sometimes. I apologize if you didn't hear anything. I don't care. You're gonna have to deal with me. Oh, this Lassiter is shit. Anyways, we need to find out why is it that we are that high. So we check if the world position is smaller than the height. Now, I probably just dumb as it is, but if I do this, and remove this, for some reason everything works as it should. So, yeah, awesome, I guess. I want to see if the grass spreads though, because the event things didn't really seem to be working. No, it's not spreading. Does the block has stick event? So wait, set world block. Oh yeah. So here we want to do if block B is equal to world block ID. Here we do if the block that name is equal to grass block. Then we add it. So now it should actually work. If I go ahead and oh shit. If ID -1 is smaller than 0, then we return null. Actually, we return just a new block with an ID of 0. Oh, we need to return actually a block. Fuck. Yeah, we return null. And then here, if block is not null and the name is that. Okay. No. I'm guessing that's because on the block event function, right here, if the block ID is equal to like a block, yeah, it adds +1. Okay, so the block above, if the block above is bigger than 0, set world block at my position to dirt block. If blocks around index is equal to I it's equal to like a block, dirt block. So if the blocks around me, if the one of the block around me is that block, then we want to set it to grass block. Oops, compare base can only Yeah, when do we check if the block is null? Do we check if the block is null? Yeah, we actually do it on the set world block. I forgot about that. No, we don't do it. What? Yes, we do here. So we want to check if this isn't normal. So we do if this isn't equal to that, and then we need to do the exact same thing right here. Well, we don't really do that right there. Do we do the get whole events thing? Yeah, we do. Okay, so bam. Do we do this on the get world block? Yeah, we check if he is null in this case. So if the block is null. And here, the exact same thing, I think. No. If C is null. That hasn't really given us a problem, but I don't think we... Oh, we don't even use that. Wait, get world block. This is... Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think that is actually... Just start spreading any minute now. Oh, there you go. That's more like it. And it should actually as well become dirt if if a block is on top of him. There you go. So everything is back to normal. Woo! So I'm gonna give myself a chest block again. And I'm going to say the facing direction, so that's good. So if we place it like that, you can see it's facing my opposite direction. So if I place it like that, you can see it's again facing my opposite direction. If I place it like that, it's facing that direction. If I place it like that, it's facing that direction, and so on and so forth. So the only directions the only direction in this case, we don't have to worry, is the one pointing in that... pointing that thingy thing. At least I hope so, yeah. So... Bam. Shit. Fuck. Bam. So yeah. That direction, it is Z, which is forward. So whenever we actually do a C mesh, we want to say if this is equal to vector 3 dot forward isn't equal to vector 3 dot forward, then why do you do that? So here we want to actually move it. I don't know how we want to move it. I really don't know. I'm gonna try and do something like that maybe. I'm pretty sure this has to do something with the direction that we are facing. So bam, we don't really do anything if that's the case. Bam, moved back, I think. Bam. Bam. Oh yeah, so now we don't this fixed it for this direction, which this direction is I think that's north. I think this is east. That's forward. So this is left. And left is we said that the left is west. I don't really need to know that. So else if vector 3 down left, we do that. Okay, first of all, I want to do this. Here on the set world block, facing direction, I want to multiply it by -1, so that will just invert it, right? That's not what I'm looking for. C mesh, that's what I'm looking for. If this is equal to left, and then, well, I'm gonna do this for each direction and see what's going on. That's it, I think. We have, so forward, right, back, and left. Forward, right, back, and left. Let's see how that's gonna behave. So, forward. It actually faces me, but we need to move it on the... we need to move it to the right, okay? So if it is forward, then I'm just gonna say this is minus equal vector 3 dot left, or in this case plus equals vector 3 dot right. So if I place it forwards, now it should work. No, it moves it on the wrong direction actually. Like that maybe? Actually, we forgot something. For it to face forward, we need not to look forward, but we need to look backwards. So, bam. Yeah, we still need to move it. Where is it? We need to move it on -x, so we need to move it to the left. Maybe if we just do that instead of adding it. I think it was actually right. I think now it's going to be on the other side, maybe. Like that. Yeah, now it's on the other side. This one is actually right. Let's see. So look backwards and bam. Yeah, this one is right. We don't need to worry about the forward one. The back one, we do need to worry though. We need to say this, that position minus plus equals vector 3 dot right. Let's see if now if I place it in front of me, it will be in the right position. So bam, 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 bam. We need to move it one back actually. We need to move it one back, so well, it's forwards, isn't it? I need to actually add one forwards because we need to move it. And yeah, I keep saying back because it's facing me, but it's that's actually forwards. That is back. So yeah, I can see it's working, so I can place it facing that direction, place it facing this direction. Now if I place it facing that direction, which I have no idea which direction it is, it's our right direction. We need to move it one to the right. Where is our right direction? There you go. We need to move it one more to the right, I think. That should fix it. So bam. I don't. Actually, I think I'm again confusing right with left. So if I press it there, it's fixed now. And now here on the left, we should say. I don't think we should say plus. I think we should say minus. No, actually, we should say plus as well, shouldn't we? Let's see how things turn out. So if I turn right, place it. It goes in the right direction. If I place it that way, it goes in the right direction. If I place it that way, oh shit. That way was actually which direction? It was, I think it was right, wasn't it? Well, for me to know, I'm going to put an exaggerated value right there. Yeah, that was it. What if I say minus vector 3 then, right? I'm not sure where I have to move it. Yeah, I don't have to do anything. I need to move it to... I need to move forwards one only. And that's gonna fix it. Whew. So, bam, 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 bam. You are facing which direction? That direction? Why that direction, mate? Yeah, so here we have everything good to roll. You can see the grass underneath it is actually fighting and disappearing and reappearing. To remove that, we can actually check if the block is transparent or not. So what I mean by that is here on the ticker plate, we check if the block above is bigger than 0. We want to check if it is bigger than 0, and world.getBlock block above that is not transparent. So that means that if the block is transparent, it will not convert to dirt. So if we do again our little circle of trust, you should actually notice that it's not gonna start fighting against the grass and dirt underneath the block. You can actually see, can I select the block? That's because the block underneath. That's because the hitbox of the chest is a little bit smaller than the other blocks, so it kind of can escape through the gap. But I mean, this really resembles Minecraft itself, because you can indeed escape through the gap in Minecraft. So I wouldn't consider this a bug. I would consider this something that's not a bug. Yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. My mic got fucked up midway through the recording. I apologize for that. Anyways, I'll see you in another live.